again. I humbly beg of thee.
I humbly...
Ouch!
I don't want to say it, Mum.
It's a prayer. It's what we have to say. Go on.
I humbly beg of thee, protect
Oh,
him
God.
and protect...
That was sinful.
tired and sat down and started.
Having the old paintings.
The Blood of Dawnwalker is an ambitious and atmospheric single-player open-world dark fantasy action RPG currently in development by Rebel Wolves and set to be published by Bandai Namco Entertainment, with a planned launch in 2026 for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and Windows PC. Built from the ground up in Unreal Engine 5 and envisioned as the first chapter of an entirely new narrative saga, the game unfolds in a Gothic reimagining of 14th century Europe, where decades of war and plague have weakened human kingdoms and opened the way for vampires to step out from the shadows and claim dominion. At the center of this tale is Coen, a young man unwillingly transformed into a legendary Dawnwalker, a being caught between humanity and vampiric curse. Faced with a looming deadline to save his family from execution, Coen must choose whether to cling to what remains of his human soul or embrace the forbidden powers now flowing through his veins, with every decision shaping both the world and his fate. The setting, known as Vale Sangora, is a richly detailed realm blending handcrafted wilderness, scattered villages, and dangerous wilderness regions with one major capital city, Svartrau, a place of political intrigue, shadowed alleys, and looming spires. From the very start, the map is fully visible, but rather than cluttering your screen with markers, activities reveal themselves naturally through exploration, whispered rumors, and subtle environmental clues. Each region has its own locked difficulty range upon first entry, ensuring that your journey feels both dangerous and purposeful. Gameplay unfolds across two interconnected loops tied to the time of day. In daylight, combat leans into grounded human swordplay and ritual magic, meticulously learned through carved runes and precise formulae, while nighttime unlocks the full extent of your vampiric nature, granting supernatural traversal and predatory abilities such as Shadow Step for instant repositioning, Claw Ride for lethal bursts of movement, and Plane Shift to briefly slip into another plane, alongside heightened senses and the moral temptation to feed on humans, beasts, or resist the hunger entirely. The world runs on a campaign clock, giving you 30 in-game days to stop your family's execution, but time only advances when you complete key activities or manually shift between day and night, allowing for extended real-time exploration without constant time pressure. Combat is designed to be fast, responsive, and deeply tactical, with directional strikes, fluid stance changes, stamina and armor state management, and the need to build activation charges to unleash devastating active abilities like Burning Blood or Artery Attack. Bosses and elite enemies are designed to punish reckless play, while the game's accessibility-minded difficulty system slows attack animations at lower settings instead of simply inflating enemy health, preserving mechanical integrity across skill levels. Traversal is fully on foot, with no mounts, but verticality plays a huge role. You'll climb cathedral rooftops, scale mountains, descend into crypts, explore swamps and forests, and uncover ruins, caves, meadows, and monster nests, all interconnected without loading breaks. Optional points of interest include merchants, shrines, haunted locales, bandit and military encampments, and hidden treasure caches, each contributing to progression in meaningful ways. Consequence is at the heart of the Blood of Dawnwalker. Every action or inaction alters faction relations, changes which quests remain available, and affects the lives of individual citizens. You can take wildly different approaches to the campaign, storming the vampire ruler's stronghold early for a high-risk, high-reward path, methodically building alliances to uncover secrets and destabilize power structures, or focusing on personal growth before returning to unresolved threats. The presentation aims for a fully voiced, broadly localized experience, with a mature tone steeped in political scheming and folklore-rooted occultism. Visual design emphasizes the weight and ritualism of magic, keeping enemy telegraphs clear and readable over flashy effects that might obscure gameplay clarity. Rebel Wolves is positioning the Blood of Dawnwalker as a story-first open-world experience where choices, timing, and moral boundaries define Coen's journey as much as the weapons he wields or the powers he commands, promising a dark and personal odyssey through a world teetering on the brink of eternal night. Now you can enjoy more screenshots without any interruption. Enjoy!